if you do not have a use for your tax-free lump sum from your pension, the 25%, should you leave it where it is? Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but everything I've read, everything I believe, it says that absolutely you should just leave it where it is. In order to access your tax-free lump sum or any amount of your pension, you need to crystallise it. Now, what that does, say you have £200,000 and you want to access your 50,000 tax-free, you essentially need to crystallise the entire £200,000, move it out of the investment it's currently in, into a drawdown pension, which is still invested, but not quite in the same way. And then you can access your £50,000. But what that means is, once that £50,000 is gone, no matter what the other £150,000 grows to, you get nothing more tax-free. Now, let's assume you invest that £50,000 separately, the £150,000 grows. That will pale in comparison. Given you can only put £20,000 per year into an ISA, that's going to take you 2.5 or just over 2 years to get all of that 50k into a tax-free wrapper. In that same time, that 200,000 could have grown, let's say 5% a year. So over 2 years, that's gone up a little over 10%. So it's now 220,000. 55,000 of that is now tax-free. Whereas your 50k has probably only grown to 52, 53 because it's taken so long to get into the tax-free investments. So you are better off leaving it if you do not have a use for it. But some people just want to have access and control a little bit sooner. And that's fine, okay, but no pension advisor or financial advisor is ever going to tell you to take it out and invest it yourself. I don't think anyone's ever going to say that. And you may think that is so that they can charge you a fee on the amount that stays invested, but the maths does back it up. So please do your research. If you do not need the money, then it's best to leave it where it is. Everything I've read, all of the maths that I've done on it tells you it's the best to leave it where it is. So when you eventually do access it, there is more tax-free for you available, and it continues to grow in the pension environment, which also doesn't attract inheritance tax for the most part. So the minute you take it out, that becomes part of your estate and gets added to your house, for instance, when it comes to doing inheritance tax calculations. So please, before doing anything like this, do your research, make sure you know what you're doing. If you've got a hefty sum, it is worth getting advice.